Now let's talk about climate change, and more specifically adaptation. And in the context of climate change, adaptation means the way we shift how we live to deal with higher temperatures, rising seas and fiercer storms. We're talking about it today because of this new report from the Global Commission on Adaptation. You can find the whole thing online if you want to read it. Its message is that wealthier countries need to invest an awful lot, $1.8 trillion in the next decade on safeguarding food and water in the developing world. The argument is invest that money and in return you'll get value of over $7 trillion generated within the global economy. Now, the group behind this report contains leaders from politics, business and science. It's led by the Microsoft founder Bill Gates and the former UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon. Let's hear from Ban Ki-moon at the report's launch.
Adaptation can save lives, protect our homes and communities, and safeguard and build a better future for us all. We have a phrase at the Global Commission on Adaptation: delay and pay, or plan and prosper.
Well, the report sets out 5 key areas that require urgent investment. Victoria Gill can take us through them.
Number 1, warning systems. For vulnerable island and coastal communities, early warnings about storms and very high tides can save lives. Technologies like this simple smartphone app for fishermen in the Cook Islands means they can plan according to increasingly changeable sea conditions. 2, infrastructure. Constructing better roads, buildings and bridges to suit our changing climate. 10 million square feet of rooftops in New York have already been painted white. The reflective coating keeps the building cooler and can even bring down the temperature of the neighbourhood. 3, agriculture. More than 800 million people already don't have enough to eat, according to the UN. This programme in India helps the poorest farmers grow more diverse and less water-dependent crops. Projects like this could help avoid mass hunger. 4, restoring and protecting mangroves. Underwater mangrove forests protect about 18 million people from coastal flooding, but they're being wiped out. Building simple bamboo and rope structures like these in Indonesia traps sediment that mangroves need to grow so they can re-establish. 5, water. Protecting water supplies and making sure that water's not being wasted will be vital.
Now, while this report is looking at better ways to prepare for the consequences of a changing climate in the future, of course, many poorer countries are already dealing with the